Eric Lawler, Joe, we're about to hit the streets of Dublin again to speak to one of Ireland's most successful comedians, the legendary, multi-talented Mr. Jason Byrne. I'm here with a good friend and brilliant comedian and entertainer himself, Jason Byrne. Here, Jason Byrne.
Yeah, Eric, here, yeah.
You well?
Yeah, I'm doing my Hugo Boss interview.
Yeah, you're looking into the distant all surely.
Yeah, it's good. So it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's very atmospheric.
I haven't been interviewed outdoors for a long time, and this is good.
But you seem to know what you're doing.
Yeah, I do know what I'm doing. I do interviews all day, every day.
But many of them outdoors?
No.
No. So this is one of the rare occurrences.
Well, this is for Joe, isn't it?
This is for Joe, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Joe is. I mean, it'd be nice if they can get offices or something. Do you know what I mean? This outdoor thing is just becoming a bit of a joke.
This pop-up operation, it's ridiculous.
I know, yeah,
it really
terrible.
is.
It's terrible.
Apparently they're making loads of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all they can afford is this. Quick, find a street and get Jason.
I'd love to talk to the fella who owns it. Joe, is it?
It's not what you...
Is it Joe? No.
No, because if we named her after him, it wouldn't really... I mean, it would just call Niall.
Be great if his name was Joe Dot.
Joe Dot. Joe Dot.
All right, Joe Dot.
Come here,
So,
Jason.
yeah,
we
tell
have
us.
to talk about business now. And the business of comedy, which you're a fine exponent of. And the next big festival that you're featuring in is, of course, the wonderful Vodafone Comedy Festival up in the Ivy Gardens.
And I love that when we're promoting a festival, people always have to say, are we excited about playing it?
Yeah.
We aren't.
Ah.
You know what I mean? But we love Vodafone and we love the festival, but like we're doing gigs 22 years.
It's work.
Yeah.
It's still work.
No, you know, but I'm not, I love it. I can't wait.
Yeah.
But I'd be more excited getting on a new roller coaster.
Oh, right.
Something like that, you know what I mean? Or be more excited, you know, noshing into a croissant.
Not a really exciting croissant.
Yeah, like something like that, or like maybe canoeing.
Sitting down to watch the World Cup final.
Yeah, brilliant.
That's exciting.
But but we're gigging.
Yeah, we are. Actually, we're doing a show together.
Oh, are we?
Yes.
Who's on with us?
Yes.
Do you want me to check?
Enya Martin, who gives a laugh, doing very well on the videos on the Facebook and all that.
Oh, the girl.
She's very good. Yeah.
Yeah, she's the girl.
The Newless.
Remember the Newless?
The Newless, yeah.
I have a story about the Newless. Years ago, me and the Newless and Barry Murphy were on tour.
Right.
And we were doing a tour around Ireland. And,
so it was an Irish tour?
An Irish tour.
Yeah.
And we stopped in a bric-a-brac shop. That's what we used to do in the van. And I went in, and I got a kid's jumper, like about that big, and I managed to get it on, get it on me. And I stood outside like that with Anna, and Barry bought glasses and a Mac.
Okay.
And he stood outside the shop. I think it was somewhere in Longford.
Oh, so like mannequins?
No, we just stood outside the shop having a cigarette.
Oh.
And I was like that, like basically trying to smoke like this, like with my arm like that. And Barry was just standing there with his shades, and people were walking by just staring at us. And Barry was just like nodding at them and all, right? Me and Barry and the Newless then left that area, got in the van. 20 minutes down the road, 2 cop cars stopped us.
Stopped us?
Yeah.
For what?
For messing.
For being messing outside the shop with the clothes on?
They were like, lads, you're messing in the town. And Barry was there with his shades going, now what the fine messing guard, right? Oh, Jesus.
So the word spread around the town?
The word spread around town that there was
a
man wearing a kid's jumper beside another dodgy man with a Mac and like shades.
And they're smoking as well.
Yeah, and they're smoking. But I mean, look, the Vodafone Comedy Fest, the good thing about it is that, this is what I was saying, like the Irish, they love it when there's loads of different acts on.
Yes.
Now, everywhere else in the world...
There's so many international acts on at this festival.
Yeah.
Such as?
Well, I know them off the top of my head here.
Off the top of his phone.
Rory
Scovel.
I can't wait to see Jim Elliott.
Jim Elliott?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's an American who's based here in Dublin.
Yeah, he's very good.
He lives here.
John Calleary's playing.
John Calleary's another international comedian.
Carl
He's
Spain.
played the international. He's from Sligo.
Yeah.
Carl Spain has an international surname.
Yeah.
He's from Limerick.
Lisa Kelsey, Laura Byrne. You know what I mean? There's a lot of women playing this time for some reason.
We're not going there, Joe. We are not going there. You're not bringing me into a controversy.
No, I was just saying it's good to see a lot of women at the festival now.
Of course it is.
Yeah, because they're funny.
Yes.
So... It's brilliant, isn't it? Like, I was on stage once. Oh God, I got to do this on stage myself, right? And I was in Australia, and I said to a guy on stage, I said, "What do you do?" And he goes, "Oh, I coach AFL."
All right.
Or Australian rules? Yeah, that's
AFL. Yeah.
The Aussie rules. And I went, "Oh wow, brilliant! And what's the team?" And he went, "Well, it's the women's under 21s." And we're on stage and all, and I just had to go, right, well, we're just going to have to leave that there, aren't we? Because I can't say anything about that at all. Like, nothing. And I just shook his hand and went, "Oh, congratulations for being the coach of the women's under 21s AFL." If that was the men's one, I would have ripped into him, going, "What are you doing?" But we just had to leave it there.
Yeah.
Leave it there. He was very good.
Well, fair play to you, Jason. You know your boundaries.
I do.
You do.
So here, with the Vodafone, you can have grub.
You can.
You can have a drink.
Yeah.
And
the Ivy Cairns is gorgeous. It is that hidden kind of oasis in the sprawling metropolis that is Dublin.
the thing I love is I love going to the acts I don't know.
So the Americans.
Yeah, some of them I don't know, but you know, like in the past, like Americans have come here.
Yeah.
With a bit of arrogance on them.
Oh, because explain that. What do you mean?
Well, what they mean is they think that America is the world.
Oh, right. So that whatever they say, we're going to get.
But they may not have gigged outside America.
Right.
So
okay.
like, we've had some. Like I remember Barry Murphy dressing up in Kilkenny as one of Orny Adams.
Orny Adams.
Yeah, he dressed up as him.
Okay.
Because Orny had gone, but basically for the 4 days in Kilkenny, Orny was just doing American stuff.
With American
and
references.
nobody was laughing, and he was getting more and more angry. He was going, "You know, Babe Ruth. You know, you have a Baby Ruth. You know the Baby Ruth. You know the bars or whatever. You go, Baby Ruth." And like Barry was doing that. And Barry just kept going up on stage, going, "Do you know, like, do you know, like, 5th Avenue, number 33,
42nd Street.
And the Irish go, no.
We're not having it. We're not having it.
Some of the acts are cracking. Like when you see, like there's going to be a really good show, which is Rubber Bandits. Oh, what's his name? One of the lads. What's one of the characters?
Blind Boy.
Yeah, Blind Boy's interviewing Neil Hamburger.
Oh, Neil Hamburger.
Yeah.
The king of anti-comedy himself.
Yeah, and he saw it, but the thing flipped on him.
Yes.
So he used to do a gig where it'd be about 5 people left in the room at the end.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah. People would just get up.
Yeah.
Neil Hamburger would go on and just do jokes that weren't jokes.
Yeah, just horrendous stuff. Like.
And people like wouldn't get it, so they'd get up and leave. And as I say, quite often only 5 people would be left in the room.
But what happened was he ended up getting loads of fans. And one year in the Ivy Gardens, they wouldn't leave.
And he was getting annoyed.
He had to come out of character and go, "You're supposed to leave. You're supposed to get offended. Stop sitting there." And they're going,
Stop liking me.
So he just kept going, and and then everybody stayed, and he just went, "Oh well, doesn't matter." And that was that. But that's it. You see, it's an unusual festival.
Yeah. And
with all the different male and female comics that are there.
And they mix up the lineup, so there's always something for everyone. You go to the show. Yes,
and I love it because it's just before Edinburgh, and I get to, really lock down the stuff I want to do.
Speaking of which, how many Edinburghs have you done now, Jay? What is this? Is this your 26th, 27th, 50th, 90th, 37th?
Well, let's work it out. Since 1996 was the first one.
Right.
So that's 2006, 2016, 22.
20. So this is your 22nd Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Unbelievable scenes.
I know.
Now, and I'd just like to say this as well. Jason Byrne here. The Edinburgh Fringe Festival is the biggest comedy festival in the world. This man has sold more tickets than any other comedian in the history of the Edinburgh Fringe.
In the world.
Go on, ole, 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 ole. Go on, Earl.
Yeah. And do I have the money to show it? No.
Of course it doesn't. So Jay, what's the name of the show?
Well, I thought...
I've seen the name of it.
Yeah.
I want you to say it.
So, yeah. Well, I'll just explain that each year, about February, you have to name your show.
Right.
And you don't have the show ready.
Of course you don't.
Especially me. Like, I'd be, changing it. And I still will in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
And especially if something happens in Scotland or something, I'll have to address the situation. So, I thought I'd give it a name that didn't really matter.
Of course.
So,
which you've always done.
But I've actually done a joke. I actually did a joke, which was great. And it was... So the joke was...
Who's your man, the bleeding moped?
Jesus, I tell you,
He's in no rush, isn't he?
I don't know who's going to pass out who.
Yeah.
I think life's going to pass him out.
It's the world's slowest chase.
That's unbelievable. Maybe it is the world's slowest robbery.
Yeah.
The two of them. Take it easy now.
It's a kind of getaway.
Do you know what's really funny? I can't believe this. That's like a Simpsons sketch. On the back of that truck has insulation written on it. So if he jams on, your man will just go into the insulation nice and soft. That's probably why he's going slow.
No insurance claim.
Anyway.
Sorry.
What was
the name of your show?
Oh yeah, so the name of the show.
It's an actual joke you were saying.
Yeah. So the joke is, this guy goes up to a nightclub and the bouncer goes, you can't get in, you need a tie. And he goes, all right. So he goes off to the car and he gets a set of jump leads and ties them around his neck.
Right.
And then he goes back to the bouncer and he says, how's this? And the bouncer goes, yeah, no problem, you can get in, but don't start anything.
Yay!
So I thought, I'll get a pair of jump leads and put them around my neck. And it says, you can come in, but don't start anything.
So that's the name of the show?
So there's actually a joke on the poster. for free.
And what I noticed, I know Jay, right, he's a pal, and what I've noticed
time.
since he's done Ireland's Got Talent is
Yeah.
that he's now getting stopped by little kids. So little kids go, oh, there's Tom on Ireland's Got Talent, and he has to stop loads of photographs with the kids.
And they say deadly all the time.
Yeah, deadly.
Because they came up with this catchphrase, which it wasn't a catchphrase. It was just how we speak.
Yeah.
Because we're how he is.
Deadly.
And I just said to an actor, oh, you're deadly. And then that was it. And then Michelle Visage and Denise went out and started saying deadly.
In their different accents.
Yeah, yeah. And Louis went mental. Louis was going, stop saying deadly. Right, he's like a little baby. And I was going, why? He goes, because that's a Dublin thing. I went, that's where I'm from, Louis, you tick. Right, so basically my job in Ireland's Got Talent was to annoy Louis as much as I could.
And you succeeded.
I said deadly a lot. I then, what was the other one? Oh, his pet hate is, country music.
Yes.
Just call it country and western music.
All right.
And he kept going, they're movies, Jason. Country and western movies. You can't say country and western singer.
I've heard it defined as country and western music.
Yeah.
Surely.
No, it's country.
All right. You leave out the western.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Louis was going, so I did it all the time. Even when there was an actor who went, I think you're a really good country and western singer. You just hear Louis go,
I think you're the deadly country and western singer.
But what I'm going to do, what I'm doing for series 2 is I'm going to wear Louis around my neck on a little pen, like a little chain.
Of course you do.
Because he's tiny. Just clip him on there. He'd be like, you're the best act, you're the best person, you're the best fella.
You've obviously got a second series, Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a huge success, that first one.
The second series actually was because of Louis Walsh.
Right.
Fair play to him. So we finished the first series and we were being interviewed after the final out in the hallway, and Louis said, we're just going to, can we just, live on a live camera, says we're just going to film the promo for series 2.
Wow.
And Louis goes, Michelle and Denise and Jason and me will all be here next year, so make sure you get your...
So that was your first time finding out?
Well, the bosses didn't even know.
All right.
So that was that.
Great.
And
Where
then,
do we sign?
And then Louis left the X Factor.
Brilliant.
But he will never tell you for how much. He does this. He does this.
He was bought out.
I'm going, Louis, you're still telling me. It was like,
I can work it out with mine,
It was like, So somebody, I can't, you see, what happens now with Ireland's Got Talent is, because this year it was the first series, so people weren't too sure how it's going to go.
Yeah.
So the acts that go in, if you're a really good actor, I'd be wary of going on a first series.
I want to see what it looks like first.
Yeah.
But then everyone was raving about the production values and how cool it looked. And
now,
yeah.
the standard's going to be really high.
I know, like you two and all knocking in, going, wearing disguises and all going, you look familiar, you Bono? No.
Where the streets have one name. Grafton Street has one name.
There you go.
Oh my God, let's do a song for Christmas called The Street Has One Name.
The street has one name. Where
Which
the
really
streets
good.
have a name.
Yes, I like.
There's Americans there.
Americans.
Or the Canadians.
Very
Hard to tell.
Very welcome.
One of them looks like a curtain. So anyway, look.
So Jason, right, that's
The stand-up anyway, listen.
the Britain's Got Talent. Ireland's Got Talent. Britain's Got Talent. What's that? Forden show. Ireland's Got Talent has been a
we're
massive success.
we're not allowed to call it IGT. Because that's India's Got Talent. So it has to be, it's called Got Talent.
Can you not even
You
call
can
it
say Ireland.
IRGT?
Or you can say Ireland's IRL.
IRA, GT.
La, 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 yeah.
Can't say that either.
But listen, the thing I'm working on my new stand-up, right,
This is
is...
an exclusive, by the way.
Yeah, is because I'm 46 now.
You don't look at you, in fairness to you. He looks very handsome for 46, doesn't he?
I'm into a bit of a rant. I'm into ranting a bit now.
That's good.
It's
Getting stuff off your chest.
yeah. And then I thought like, it'd be really cool if I could say what I want to say now, and
Not worry about the repercussions.
yeah, and confessions and all sorts of stuff, and just say stuff that what I think, how it is, lay it down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Truth bombs.
Well, it's just I don't even mean that. I mean like like if you're talking to somebody and they have a funny little hand,
Yeah.
and they shake your hand,
Yeah.
and you shake their hand, but you're not allowed to say anything, even though everybody in the circle knows he's got a funny little hand.
And you're just shaking it.
At this age, I recommend just say it.
So-
And the fella with the funny little hand he'll love it.
He'll appreciate it.
Because he's been going around going, he's going to put out his funny little hand, and the person's going to go, they know I have a funny little hand. But I don't want to say I have a funny little hand in case they get embarrassed. They don't want to say, here, what's the story with the funny little hand? But when you get to this age, you can do that. So I can shake hands with somebody with a funny little hand, and I'll go, oh my God, look at your little hand. And then he'll go, thank God you said that. Because I would have been here all night trying to hold me point me funny little hand, and we would never, ever have got into a good, deep conversation, because all he would be thinking of is the funny little hand. Because you could have been saying like, oh my God, did you see what Trump said the other day? Funny little hand. So the guy with the funny little hand is going to go, yeah, it is, isn't it funny? That's the end of that.
Jason, obviously you're not just a multifaceted entertainer judge on a big TV show, comedian extraordinary. You also write books. You do the writing on the books.
Yeah.
And you have a book on the go at the moment.
Yeah, so I had The Wonky-Eyed Boy, which was a memoir thing about me growing up in Dublin from the age of 5 to 15. Which was great crack, yeah. And my dad became the hero in that. And at the book launch, my dad had the signed books. And and I don't even think he's read it. He was just there going, oh, very good, very good. Just signing stuff, going, fair play. And they're going, are you Paddy? He goes, yeah. He's going, Dad, you know you're in the book. He's there going, oh yeah, I love it. It's not, no.
Has a clue what's going on.
So,
so this new book?
The new book is related to that book in the way that, because it was about me as a kid, the publisher said, could you write a children's book? Okay. Kind of extracting bits of ideas from that. And I says, well, of course I said no. So that's mad hard, because children's books are hard. Yeah,
because you have to water it down a little bit.
But I don't mean the ones where the giraffe flips up.
What?
You know, when you get a giraffe, you
open pop-up book?
Yeah, and his thing. So I could do that. You know, maybe a flare that opens. Imagine just giving that to your publisher.
Yeah, there you
6 pages of things that pop up and go, there you go.
And a hand looking for money.
Can I have $250,000 for that? Anyway, so me as a character, like, it's called the 5 O's.
The 5 O's?
They're a little gang.
Hawaii 5-0?
Yeah, but they're just called the 5 O's because they're all called O something. So the main character is Onion O'Brien.
Onion?
Yeah, he's called Onion. And but he's based on me, so he's actually lifted from the other book, so it's me.
Is he multi-layered? Is that why he's called
yeah,
yeah, I like that. Right, sorry.
So...
Sorry.
So anyway,
does he make you cry?
Yeah, he does. He does when you look at him, when you're chopping. Only when you chop him, when you peel him.
Right.
So he's got glasses and a patch on his eye. And he's kind of, like me. So he's kind of leader of the gang.
Special eye.
And then there's like Sive, who's a tomboy type character, and Ulton, who's this kind of
So these are all O'Brien, O'Connell, O'Donnell,
O'Connor, yeah, there's O'Connor, O'Brien, O'Hare. And yeah, anyway, so there's another
So it's a little
O'Brien.
gang?
Yeah, it's a little gang, and it's quite funny because my dad is in it there as well.
Like, is it like a Dublin version of the famous 5?
Kinda. There's no dog though.
All right.
But the thing is, it's the dialogue that I use, kind of the funny dialogue of my dad and all. So the idea of this one is that they go to a circus, because this is where it actually comes from. This, right? So years ago when I was a kid, the circus was at the top of the road, and we went to the circus, and afterwards we were able to get backstage because it's only like a little flappy door thing.
And to visit the animals, like
they're all in their cages.
Yeah,
we're like 11 or 12 walking
on
around.
the top of your own road.
But we could put our hands into the tigers. Like they had bars.
Yeah.
You could put your hand in if you wanted. Things.
Wow.
So we were like walking around.
So there's much health and safety back then, Jay?
No. So this fella came up to us, I'll never forget it, he goes, hey, look. Right, what are you doing, lads? We're going, let's have a look at the animals. He goes, oh, here, I'll walk with you, don't touch the cages, right? So we went in and there was this big tent, like on its own, and there was an elephant in there, right? And it was a female, and she was only tied in with her foot. Like she had a chain around her foot with a stake in the ground. Yeah. And I said to him, can she not just pull that out and walk off? And he said, yeah, she can. But when she was a baby, they get trained. And every time they pull it out, they get beaten.
Oh, no.
So she literally wouldn't do it. So
that's tragic.
Me and the lads had an idea. We said, let's go up and take it out of the ground. We'll take the elephants.
Kidnap the elephant.
And try and get it. So this is what was mad. So that was the original idea in the book.
Yeah.
And then I found out that in the north of Ireland, I didn't even know this story, that in World War II, they were going to shoot all the animals in the zoo in Belfast.
Okay.
Because in case it was a bomb, they'd all escape.
Oh, escape, yeah.
But one woman took an elephant out. She was one of the keepers, and hid it in her back garden.
Hid it?
Yeah. So there's now a movie that coming out, so I had to change.
Brilliant.
I was like, bollocks, right? So I then came up with, right, I'm changing it to an orangutan now. So the idea was that an orangutan called Maya, and she's in the circus, but they disguise her as a clown.
Right.
So you don't know. But she has a baby called Roachie in the cage, and what happens is, anyway, she actually sneaks her baby into my dad's car, and we end up with a little baby orangutan. And so...
And that's the plot?
The plot is they have to hide the orangutan, like on their parents and on their school, and they bring it to school and all.
Brilliant.
And then the idea is that they have to get it to a sanctuary. That's what they're trying to do. But it's hilarious.
A sanctuary in foreign, like in Africa?
No, in Ireland.
In Ireland, okay.
Yeah.
Like Fota Island or something like that.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've called it Tota Island.
trademark.
But it's all about the, you know, that kind of typical kids thing of trying to hide a little baby orangutan.
Adventure and innocence.
And yeah, and then they eventually get her and the mother back, and it's all happy and brilliant.
Will the book itself have illustrations and all that?
Yeah. A guy called Oisin's doing it, and he's really good. So he started on that now.
Brilliant.
But it's mad. But writing a children's book is hard.
Yeah.
Because it's like I always say it's like a maths equation, but like it's, you know, it's just another string to your bow.
It absolutely is.
It's a lot of Ecker.
Yeah.
So the thing is that, like, I was only saying, you know.
Does it come in fits and starts for you, the writing?
Yeah. I mean, it's like if I'm in a festival, I can write a lot. Because I can write in a day.
Right.
Because the show for the festival is ready.
Yeah.
So I can do all that. But the yes, but it's very different to writing stand-up.
Yes.
Because it's a discipline of on the community. I always write my stand-up like I almost come up with pointers. That's how I write the stand-up.
Yeah,
I bring it on
bullet
stage.
Points. Yeah.
I bring it on stage and I expand it there. I don't know. Is that what you do, or what would you do? Would you write it?
Yeah, well, I kind of have to almost write it out word for word because I remember it better than in my head.
Yeah, I don't. You see.
Yeah.
I can't remember word for word.
Yeah.
My head's too bouncy.
Yeah.
And I do be coming in and out of the story with improv. So I have to be able to.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
I've never said the same thing ever twice.
Yeah. And I can vouch for that.
Yeah. So that's how the gigs work. And then I've done like the radio end of things, which was like sketches and stand-up. That all has to be written out. Because it's like, it was for a radio
Because it's different
show.
characters and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
What radio have you got coming up? Like, you've done a lot of stuff over the years, BBC radio and all that. And
Well, I was asked to go back into BBC radio and do the Jason Byrne show thing again.
Yeah.
Which we won a Sony Gold for.
I know.
And it was, which is basically the Oscars of radio.
Absolutely.
Which as an Irish person, it's very hard to take praise.
It's a JEA mentality going, well, you know, if it wasn't for the lads, the rest of them, I wouldn't have got here.
Actually, you know what just came into my head as well with the GEA? Because Ireland is like, you know, it's very republic, you know what I mean? The GEA, people of the GEA, they're all going like the GEA. It's a lot of history in Croke Park, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And like, and you know, we're solid in Ireland, you know what I mean? And we're good as Irish people, and we're proud to be Irish.
Very proud.
And then the minute Harry and Meghan came, we're all out with flags. basically like there'd be a shinner in the house going, oh, that was a good meeting today. Good meeting, Jerry Adams, he's dead right. And then they're putting their coat on, everyone's going, where are you going? I'm out to see Harry and Meghan. Like, we are as fickle as fuck.
I know. And another facet to that as well is to add to that, Jason. Add on to that point was
I'm gonna put this in my stand-up tonight.
Sinn Féin Fáil, IRA, flags. You pull England in the sweepstake and walk.
Yeah.
God save our great.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck the famine.
But the other thing is that, you know, my theory on it is that we have to be good to. I think we should all go and see Harry and Meghan whenever she comes here, or support any royals.
Okay.
Because English, they gave us money during the recession.
They did actually lend 6 billion or something.
Yeah, and they're still giving us money.
Are they?
Yeah, they're still like handing us stuff. Now, granted, we're kind of spending it again.
Yeah.
So we're sorry, but just wave a little flag, go Harry and Meghan, and then we get an extra billion. Do you know what I mean?
Right. So there's a method to our madness.
Yeah. And the other thing as well, I can tell you as well, right? The church and while we're ranting, right? The church in Ireland, right, which is a disgrace, of course. Nobody goes to mass anymore, do they? Like, churches are empty, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like, even me man's going that there's nobody going to mass anymore because of all the abuse and all the scandals and the stuff that priests did and the whole money thing that they're into. Like, there's absolute like scandal. And you can imagine a bloke in a house, probably the Sinn Féin fella, ranting his head off, going, I'll tell you something, they're a bleeding disgrace, that, you know, the abuse and the church, and I'm never going to mass ever. And he's putting his coat on. And the missus going, where are you going? Oh, to see the Pope in Phoenix Park.
We are as fickle.
Waving another flag.
The little Vatican flag.
We are such fucking arseholes. It's like if we were Italians, like Italians stick to their guns.
Are committed.
To there's like riots and everything, like, no, we're you know, with the Irish, like, once we get something free or there's a party, it's just like,
there's a benefit for us.
I'm not. Well, I'm just going to leave this protest for a second because the Pope is up in the park. It was a bit like, right, this is the same thing. When that Garrett Brooks wank bag, right, I can't fucking hell, right? Germany put on one of the gigs, and then you had to put on another one, then a third and a fourth. Everybody that was going, thousands and thousands of people. I'd say there was 5 Garrett Brooks fans out of all that. But because it was a party, The Irish just did that. That's the same Sinn Féin fella again.
They're all going,
Going, I can't stand country music.
Country and western music?
Country and western music. That fella with the hat, he's a fucking gobshite. I don't know what the fuck he says. I love fucking pop music. I'm putting his coat on. Where are you off to? I'm off to the 5th Gareth Brooks gig.
Everyone else is going.
Look at the flag. The Post tomorrow. And Harry and Meghan are on Saturday. We're busy, man. It's just, we're fucking useless.
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry. So,
deviating.
sorry, that's how stand-up is written, by the way, because I'm now going to take all of that and do it tonight. But for me, that's how, I mean, I do stand-up just talking and lashing it out and trashing it out. And I think that's the best way for me. And then I have the props, which I bring on stage, and then the stunts I love doing.
Yeah.
I like
getting the audience up and letting them be part of the show as well is a big thing you do.
But sometimes I get confused, right?
Right.
So I'll do stunts, and then I go, I should really be doing ranty cool stuff.
Okay.
And then I do ranty cool stuff, and I go, I really should be doing stunts.
Is there a difference, Jay? I know they've probably been asked this in loads of other interviews, questions, but is there a difference when you take people up from the audience? Is there a difference between taking someone from an Irish audience than, say, a British audience or whatever?
Yeah.
Is there a difference in their acting and their methods?
Yeah.
In what way?
Well, first of all, I'm pretty good at gauging the audience.
Okay.
And when I do my own show, which is in 2 halves, the first half is me grooming them.
All right.
Right? In a comic way. Don't worry. We're not. See, you can't say it. When you say grooming, it's not Herman's anymore. Remember Herman's?
Oh my God.
Herman's hairdressers.
Yeah.
They used to go for a groom there. Now grooming's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's an internet thing.
so
you're grooming the audience.
I'd be looking at people who I think I could use.
All right.
And maybe, and then I'll use them for the stunt because I can see what they're like.
And what are you looking out for?
Just when I'm
crackness.
I'm not okay. So I'll never use these people.
Me. Okay. Right.
I never use these people.
Right.
Right. I just use these people.
What's going on here? Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
always
yeah,
grand.
yeah.
And it's not the full smile.
Yeah.
Because that's it. That's nuts.
Yeah.
It's just a
Okay, that's interesting.
open body.
Right.
It's all about body language. So they're okay getting up.
And what's the difference between the British and the Irish?
Massive. So the Brits will get up before the Irish will.
Oh, so the Irish are more reluctant to get up?
Yeah, this is a shock to the system right now. So hang on, Ireland. Don't be fucking freaking out. But the Irish are, because we're piss takers, naturally.
Yeah.
We think, I'm going to go up there and you're going to take the piss out of me and they're all going to be laughing at me and taking the piss down of me. But the English don't understand that.
All right.
They don't really take the piss out of each other.
Okay.
They do a little bit. So if you ask somebody up, they'll be going, oh, it's part of the show. Absolutely.
Participating.
I don't want to ruin the show for other people. So they get up. And they're really cool at doing stuff and they do what they're told. Like sometimes you get Irish people up there like this going,
They go.
and you're going, will you shut up and do the stunt?
But the English are so polite.
Right? But the English just get up and wait and you just go, you stand there, you stand there. And the Scots are in between that.
Okay.
So the Scots are great crack, but will do as they're told.
Right.
But will be messing a lot with
Yeah.
great time. And then I've done gigs in Sweden where they nearly wanted instructions.
like IKEA.
Where do I stand? Please, thank you very much.
Instructions. Diagram 1.
Yeah. So I'd even say every country, and I'd even say now every county is different.
Yeah.
So I find Cork is very different to Galway, very different to Donegal.
Okay.
Very different to Dublin. So we're not the same at all. And the Midlands then, like Roscommon and Longford and all there, like you can,
So as Ireland, as small as Ireland is, and the range of different accents we have as a nation, it also transcends to audiences as well.
yeah,
Wow, that's
big
mad.
time. I could say like Cork are like amazing.
Okay.
Like they're well out there and like mad and nuts. And then Galway is a little bit cooler,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Because they like their holy jumpers and a bit of
A bit of laid backness, culture.
right? And then you just take, it only takes, it just takes a little bit more to get into them.
Okay.
Belfast is ridiculous.
Why?
Because you walk out and it's already done.
The energy's already there.
Just laughing their fucking heads off at you. They haven't even said it. It doesn't fucking matter. At least we're out. Fair play to you. Thanks for coming. And Glasgow's like that. Newcastle's like that. Liverpool and Manchester. They're all like that.
Working class.
Anywhere, yeah. Basically, I attract a certain type of person. And normally, don't be frightened as you're sitting beside someone with half a head.
They're all right. They're just having a laugh.
And if you're 46, don't be afraid to say it. What's the story with half your head? Because you don't need to
Call back to
prove
an
it.
interview.
You don't even need to prove it to anybody. But yeah, very different. And then, and you know, like Americans and Canadians, and they're all different.
So the new show in Edinburgh that you're bringing
Yeah.
for the Edinburgh Fringe.
It's going to be like a 46-year-old rant with a couple of stunts.
Okay, and audience participation, obviously.
Yeah, so that's it. I mean, like that's how we do the shows. And Edinburgh is a a massive thing for me, and that's where the comedy would start there. And then I think I definitely want to be doing like
You tour Britain then?
yeah, then we go on the British tour, and then but I want to I'm gonna have to start doing more YouTubey stuff. What I want to do now though is I want to do like a gig a month almost,
Okay.
and just let it out there for free.
Oh,
Do you know what I
okay,
mean?
right.
I'd love to do that now.
Well, you can because the amount of material you come up with. You can do that.
Depends where you do it, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So a live show and then put it out for free on the internet.
Yeah, I mean that's the way to go now. Do you know what I
Okay.
mean? That's your best way of advertising. So there's the book, I love this. This is when I do radio interviews as well. They go, so you've got the book coming out, that's brilliant, we talked about that. You have a second series of Ireland's Got Talent. You're going to do the Ivy Gardens, then you're going straight to Edinburgh for the month of August. Then you're going to go on your British tour, and then they go, is there anything else?
You look, if you got time to
Like,
brush your hair.
Anything else? What do you want me to do? Flower arrange? Like, you know what I mean?
Jason Byrne, it's been an absolute pleasure as always, Jerry.
Eric.
Thanks very much for chatting to us.
Do you know what? And you know, because I'm 46,
Yeah.
me standing here this long,
Yeah.
my back's hurting me.
Is it?
That's just wrong, isn't it?
You don't need to go for
Let's
a
go
tour,
get
have you?
some boiled sweets.
Yeah, let's
and then
do that.
kick the shit out of ourselves.
Well, let's go.
Right. It's unbelievable, really, isn't it? Just see how long that took. Jeez, that took forever. Well done.